Hi, have you ever wondered how the toys at Playtime Company are actually created? In the main game, we never really see the production areas where the toys are made, except for the Create a Friend machine. But that machine doesn't truly manufacture toys, it only assembles and paints them. That's strange, considering we're supposed to be inside a factory, not a laboratory or an orphanage. However, in the developer-made game, Poppy Playtime, there is also an online co-op mode that includes locations from the factory where toys are actually created from scratch right in front of us. In the game Project Playtime, on the Playtime Factory map, we can observe how Huggy Wuggy and his colorful counterparts are created. The life of our Huggy Wuggy begins at this machine, or more precisely, from these spools of blue thread. First step in creating Huggy Wuggy is forming his empty outer shell. This machine automatically stitches the fabric together using the thread spools. Once the stitching process is complete, the finished shell of Huggy Wuggy is dropped into a special compartment for them. Across the entire location, we can see around 15 of these machines. After the empty shell of Huggy Wuggy is created, it is transferred onto a conveyor belt, where it moves on to step 2. Step 2. Here, the empty shells of Huggy Wuggy are filled with hollow fiber, or simply cotton, by employees at workstations that are designed in a very cute style. After that, they are sewn shut using sewing machines, and then finished with additional details, such as attaching the plastic mouth and eyes. This set of 3 stations is present in at least every zone, and there are 9 zones in total. Some workstations are also located outside of these 9 zones. After that, the fully completed Huggy Wuggy toys from all zones are sent along conveyor belts to the final step 3. In step 3, all the assembled Huggy Wuggy toys and his colorful counterparts are sent into this machine for quality control and defect inspection. If no defects are found, the finished toy is then sent along the same conveyor system the one we ran through while being chased by Huggy Wuggy to the packaging area. If a toy is found to be defective, it is sent along a conveyor and dropped into a pit that leads to the misfit pit. There, the rejected toys are dumped into a massive grinder, where all defective Huggy Wuggy toys are crushed. After that, the shredded toys is transferred into large vats, where it is heated until it becomes liquid. These vats filled with melted toys are then transported to the Destroy a Toy area. This container filled with melted toys is transported and poured into a massive reservoir, from which everything is then released into a vat on rails. This vat is kept heated over open flames to prevent the melted plastic from cooling and solidifying. After that, the rail-mounted container is moved along and pours all the molten plastic into the center of the Destroy a Toy area. The molten plastic is then compressed into strips using a press. There are about 6 such presses throughout the entire location. From this machine, this strips moves along a conveyor belt and is wound up almost like toilet paper into large rolls. These rolls are then transported back to the production areas, where they are used again in the process of creating new Huggy Wuggy toys. Now you know how toys are actually created at Playtime Co. However, everything I've described so far is not the only use of these locations. If you'd like me to make a video explaining all the purposes of every area in Project Playtime, let's try to reach 5 likes. Thanks for watching. This video was made to celebrate our channel's anniversary. See you next time.